I got 2 updates from 2 of my previous stories.
Woohoo.
So if you guys have been following along for the previous episodes and everything, you guys are going to enjoy this. So the first one that I've got is from the original story. It was, I had a baby as a result of an affair, and now his wife is reaching out to me. So the original post was from January 28th. I can't remember which episode we read this story on. I don't know. You guys let us know in the comments. You guys know. Update. This one's coming from June 15th. I won't rehash the whole thing here, but my previous posts are on my profile. I got pregnant from an affair with a married guy. He wanted me to have an abortion. I decided I didn't want to have one. He turned mean. I promised not to name him as the father or pursue him for any sort of child support. I moved away from where him and his family were located. I'm about 12 hours away from him now, back from where my family is from. I haven't reached out to him in the now over 3 years since. His ex-wife reached out to me out of the blue via social media, initially claiming she wanted to connect with me so that our kids could get to know each other. When I politely declined for the time being, as her kids are teenagers and my son is a toddler and we live states apart, she revealed she was really reaching out on the behalf of her ex-husband, who had supposedly had a change of heart about being involved in our kid's life after nearly dying in an accident. I did not engage with her any further after that. It all made me feel very uncomfortable. Later, I received a letter in the mail from him. He asked to be involved with our son, to provide for him, etc. It still felt weird. I mean, he turned really mean and didn't want anything to do with me or our baby, and hadn't made any attempt to contact me in years. And I was not hiding. His wife was obviously able to find me on social media, and you can find my address online. I felt like if he was serious, he'd take the steps to establish paternity legally, and that's what he did. Around 1.5 months ago, we were ordered to submit DNA samples for a paternity test. It took about 5 weeks to find out what I already knew it'd say, but now things are stalled for another several weeks for the next step in the court process. I haven't talked to him during this whole thing. I didn't respond directly to his letter. I do have a lawyer, and everything is basically going through him now. Then, without any warning, he just showed up at my home last weekend. Just knocked on the door like it was nothing. Basically, this is his son, and he doesn't want to wait for another 6 weeks for the court to inevitably order us into some sort of custody mediation anyway. His words. Why can't I just talk to him? I told him he made me uncomfortable, and him just showing up in my house really made me uncomfortable. Honestly, I don't know what made me so uncomfortable. The fact that he showed up unannounced like that, or the fact that I instantly felt the same attraction to him that I had when I was with him. And I didn't want to feel that at all. In some weird way, part of me felt happy to see him, and the other part of me was disgusted that I was happy. He said he doesn't understand why we can't talk about this. He's not trying to take my son away from me. He just wants to be involved with his life and to help provide for him like he should have been all along. He's sorry he wasn't there when he was born. He's sorry he reacted the way that he did when I didn't go along with his plans to take me to an abortion vacation. Why can't I believe that he just wants to be a dad to his kid? I guess I agree with him. Why can't I just accept that he has had a change of heart? I can't trust myself. I can't trust my own judgment. I feel like if I easily let him into my son's life, I'm going to end up regretting it and be made a fool of somehow. I've already made so many mistakes when it comes to him. He says it's stupid for me to not try to work it out amongst ourselves first. I'm giving so much control to the court. I don't know whether to believe that or to think that it's just his way of convincing me to do what he wants. I know he'll get some sort of visitation and eventually custody. Maybe it would be better if we try to come to an agreement. But he had the ability to sway me so easily. I'm so stupid when it comes to him. Nobody else has ever made me feel so foolish in my life. I want my son to have a dad. I admit it's probably selfish of me to want to keep him away. I just keep imagining having to spend weeks or months apart from my child while he's living with his dad 12 hours away, and I can't stand the thought of it. I'm just feeling sad, stupid, and defeated.
I don't think you're being dumb. I think you're actually being really smart and a good parent because you have your guard up for valid reasons. Like, I also think it's a little bit weird that all of a sudden he wants a part in your son's life. Like, what is the incentive here? What is his goal? Why out of the blue is he wanting to do this?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Like, yeah, I would also think there are, I don't know, other, I don't know what he could possibly do wrong, but I would agree with you that, like, yeah, maybe having him in your son's life before it goes through the court process, like, could somehow not be good for your son or you. I don't know what he could do, but
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't
Like
know if,
maybe he is kind of right where like maybe you guys should work it out between yourselves. Like I don't actually
I
know.
don't know either.
I would say go by what your lawyer says. Like
Yeah.
does your lawyer think it's good to try to mediate outside of the courts because that could be
Probably
better for
not.
you?
I don't
I
think so.
I would trust my lawyer. If my lawyer says maybe that you can get to a better solution without the courts, then okay, but if the lawyer wants to go through the courts, then we're going through the courts.
Yeah.
I trust the lawyer on this one.
Yeah.